Hello, my friend. This is Dan McDonald, and I am here with, you know who this is.
Hey,
this is
guys.
Dave Conradi.
Yeah, Dave Conradi, known as Dave the Raw Food Trucker, but I'm kind of, since I'm no longer trucking anymore, I'm kind of distancing myself. It was just a CB handle that was given to me, and then we shared that CB handle on there. When you asked me, do I have a name, I was like...
You were driving truck when we first met.
That's right.
And you were
That's
Dave
right.
the Raw Food Trucker, but now you're just Dave Conradi, the guy who healed himself of many diseases.
13 specific diseases, yeah.
Just eliminated health conditions, or however we got to say it to make sure we're
yeah, right.
staying cool. But you are still on the path of health. And when I saw you this last time, there was a unique look in your eyes. You've jumped another level.
Thank you, Dan.
There's more peace.
Yeah.
Is that a true statement?
Yes, it's a true statement. I'm trying to be careful about saying there's levels to anything. But something happened, and I'm in the process, literally in the last 7 days, of experiencing another paradigm shift in my life. And it was amazing because I'm learning how to be detached from everything that I'm doing. And then when that happens, it's like 5 things happened, and it was just utterly amazing. So I came to this Raw and Living Expo with absolutely no expectations whatsoever about anything. And in less than 24 hours, Marcus Rothkranz and I talked, and Marcus is going to be filming my what do you call those things? Oh, for crying out loud! It's going to be a film about my testimony. They call it
biography.
Not a biography. God, I can't believe it. I say it every day, right? Now, okay, here we go. Raw foods, people. This is funny. Documentary. I'm sorry. It's going to be doing Marcus Rothkranz and I agreed. He has all the artistic. He'll do everything. Yeah. And he's going to do a documentary about what my life since I've been raw and where I was at before. That all just took place in like the last 24 to 36 hours. Then I meet somebody else whose name I won't mention here, but he used to be involved with infomercials with Jay Cordage. So we started talking, and so we are like looking at, hey, you know what? Let's do an infomercial together. So then this guy's at my talk, and I could just feel this incredible energy, and all I did was look at him and nod, and then and he nodded back at my talk yesterday, and then all of a sudden he comes up to me after my talk, and I'm like, hey, do you live around here? And he's like, yeah. I go, I need a place to crash. He goes, well, come on over to my place and crash, right? It turns out that this guy owns his own, and he's been in the movie industry for 30 years, owns his own production company. This house is like off the charts. Incredible. Grounding, peace. It was like when I entered David Wolf's place where he was crashing at Jaw Levi's. It just had that totally grounding spirit, love. It was just amazing hanging out with this guy. And so we were talking, and he's like, well, I'll film you whatever you want. So I'm like, I could put some informational packages together, because you know me, Dan. How long have you known me? Guys, I've done 4 years. About that, 5 actually, I think. But yeah, I think it was 4 years. I think you're right. I've done one. Everybody says, I love your YouTubes. There's 300 people that have interviewed me, and all these people do these YouTubes. I've done one YouTube by myself. I was having a gratitude rocks, and this little rabbit came up and started gnawing some grass next to me, and so I started talking about being grateful for the rabbit. The rabbit stopped and looked up at me, so I just pulled out my iPhone, and for some reason I remembered how to do it. I was just trying to figure it out, and so I did it, and then I accidentally posted it 12 times because I didn't know I was posting. But that's my whole, that's everything I've done on YouTube.
That's your YouTube career? One bunny rabbit video?
For about 3 minutes going, thank you for coming to my Gratitude Rocks, bunny rabbit. Okay, thanks guys, appreciate it. Yeah, that's what I made. And then I accidentally posted it like 12 times. So, you know, I mean, I know me. I'm not going to go out there and make I've tried 5 times to do YouTubes and do this and that and be present. That's you, Dan. It's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm pretty good at making
It's all
YouTube.
good. Yeah, you are.
And in case anyone doesn't know, you're doing well, and you've had some challenges through your life, but also on the raw foods. But you blasted through some pretty health issues, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you're still going strong on the raw living foods.
Absolutely.
The green juices.
Oh, green. You know what I had 2 days ago? I arrived in this area. I was in northern Ventura County, and in the morning I picked. I always carry wheatgrass juicer with me, with another juicer with me at all times. But the reason why is because I drink wild grass juice almost every single day. I've been doing it now for, gosh, almost 3 years. I just haven't, I don't say anything about it because it sounds kind of weird. But let me tell you, a friend of mine, Brian Wright, who is a pharmacologist, he has a PhD, he's in Chicago. I had him look at the wild grass. He was like, dude, he couldn't believe it. He was like, this has like, it's powerful. It's way more powerful than any multiple vitamin you could get. One shot of wildgrass juice. The only thing it is missing is the vitamin B. This one shot of wildgrass juice is like 500 times more potent than a shot of wheatgrass juice. I mean, I'm guesstimating here.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is I've been drinking this now, and I'm up to 8 to 12 shots a day. So here's what I did a couple of days ago. I was up in Ventura. I picked a bunch of dandelions. I found some endive. I don't know if it was growing wild or not, but I found endive. I picked some wild grass, and then I had some cucumbers, and I juiced the wild grass, and then I juiced the dandelions, and then I put everything together, and then I juiced some cucumbers and some celery. I had 2 liters, man, of wild grass juice, wild dandelion, wild endive, and all this stuff. Really, seriously. It's a rough life being a raw fooder, and guess what? Grass is free. No corporation, no pharmacy is ever going to be able to do something with wild grass. It's free to all of us. It's so cool, man. Yeah, and guess what? It's you don't want to eat it, but it is super powered, man.
It's just a nice way to get some nutrition as well as some earth consciousness into your body to ground you to the earth.
Yes, absolutely. And just so people understand this, you don't want to ever pick grass in a wet, swampy area for fear of mold. Cereal grass, all cereal grass is edible to the human species, from what I'm told by Peter Kaiser, who is known as the wheatgrass messiah. And he is credited with bringing wheatgrass juice to the United States. I flew all the way down to Ecuador to hang out with this guy and have him show me how to pick wild grass and juice. Because you know me, Dan, I learned from observing, and then I need to go and do it, and then I experience it in my body, and now I'm writing a book about it. But man, I went down there, and this guy, there's all kinds of little nuances to this. Like, if you're going to go out and try the wild grass, if it's grown in a shaded area, and you can figure out is that shaded at least 50 to 80% of the daytime, the grass is sweet and it's not bitter. If it's in the sun, a little dry, or if it's just getting a lot of sunlight, but it's still really green, it'll still be very, very bitter. And for those of you that I'm sure know from Dan's and my videos when we were playing together, cucumber cuts the bitterness of dark green leafies by about 50%. And so when you mix those cucumbers into the juices, you can really drink the juice. Matt Monarch made the comment, he was stunned because of the grass that we were drinking that was in the shaded area. I mean, it was really smooth. We didn't add anything to it. And I'll never forget this, because Matt goes, wow, this doesn't have the gag factor of the wheatgrass juice. Now you and I used to party it down with wheatgrass juice.
We drank 48 ounces one time.
Yeah, we did. We did. And we had remember the world's largest shot of wheatgrass?
It's on video.
Yeah,
Google.
right on. Right on. Yeah, that was good times.
And we're
brother.
still slamming the green juices, and we've maintained, like a lot of times people are just going downhill. And we maintained and reversed, and we're on our way up. So it can be done, but I think that the raw living foods is extremely helpful.
What I've experienced is that it's been a catalyst for me. And like, Dan and I used to say, we love you and things like that. Guess what? We actually do. That's the really cool part of it. But raw foods for me, after 8 years, is like a tertiary thing now. I'm just living it. I mean, I just shot a YouTube video with Tracy Young a couple days ago about why Dave the Raw Food Trucker loves McDonald's. Because I love him. And I'm there a lot. When I travel, I'm at McDonald's at least every day, once or twice a day. And so on the YouTube video that we shot, there was a sign that said McDonald's Cares, so I just stood next to that. Of course, I met with some lawyers who said, as long as you don't talk about their food, you can say whatever you want. So, you know, but the bottom line was the odors there don't bother me anymore, but they have clean bathrooms. Always they have really clean bathrooms. On top of that, they have free internet, so I can go and stop there because I still don't know how to use I've got an iPhone, but I don't know how to do the computer on it yet. But Dan knows how slow I am coming to all this because really, when I knew him, I didn't even. In front of you. Yeah, right. And when I knew him, I didn't even have a computer. It had never been on a computer. I lied to him and I told him what is it? Yahoo? What's that? YouTube. Yeah, I lied to him. Really, this is just me. Anyway, but yeah, so the raw foods become tertiary because what it's done when I started detoxing and really going to organics and getting all that crap out of my body and really getting all the animal products out, really start moving forward. After year, it's just I keep getting pushed in spirit to a deeper awakening, if you will, of major things that are going on in my life, and it's like I just keep moving forward in this, and I believe I can't speak for anyone else, but I can surely speak for me. I believe that when I detox and when all that stuff happened, it was flushing out a lot of stuff, and that opened my spirit because I wasn't dumbed down with the pesticides, and I wasn't dumbed down with the animal meat, and I wasn't dumbed down with all this. Cheese acts like glue in your system. So, you know, I wasn't dumbed down with all that. And if you're open to it, amazing, amazing things can happen. And Dan and I we just looked at each other when we met yesterday and it was just like, wow. And all I could say to Dan was, I love you, brother. I love you. And he was like, dude, something in you has shifted. And it has. I'm just moving and moving and moving in spirit like Dan is. You know, and the one thing I know about Dan, and I said this to you earlier today, but the reality is that Dan is a truth seeker. I've run into 4 or 5 truth seekers. Tracy Young is a truth seeker. And these kind of people, man, they don't stop. They want it all. So they're continually growing and moving toward these things. And they're just incredible people. It's my honor and privilege to be in your presence, Dan. I love you, man.
Love you too, Dave.
Yeah.
And they love you too, man. We love you guys just for being here and hanging out with us. You know Dave's story, or if you don't, you should watch some of the videos. But life-changing stuff is raw foods. It really, truly is. And when you start really getting deep into this, and you should continue watching this channel because, my gosh, you guys get so much out of it. The reality of it is that the deeper and deeper and deeper you go into this, the more and more and more you're going to realize and discover, wow, you can actually love yourself. You can love other people. It's utterly, literally amazing. And limitless.
And love is limitless. Absolutely. And the potential, Dan.
Heals all and cures all.
Yeah, it really, truly does.
Can't get in trouble for that. Love is the cure.
Yeah, we were just talking off camera about all these doctors that are in jail now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we're keeping it cool.
Only ones that bring medical truth. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to keep it low key, but we're just going to focus on, hey, we're having fun with our juicer here. We're having fun with our fruits and vegetables, soaking our nuts and seeds, and we're having fun going outside to play. And
what should people just continually do, Dan?
They should just continually simplify their meals and increase their awareness around what they're putting into their mouth and what they're allowing into their head and what is exuding from their heart. So just really, it's not really about raw foods. It's really about awareness, self-awareness, and witnessing, like what choices lead to what responses, and then you can adjust your choices to create more, benevolence and peace and ease and grace. As that energy grows, and you release obstructions, whether it's obstructions in your kidneys or your colon, obstructions to the heart, which would be like fear. So the food obstructions, the fear obstructions, and all those that branched out of fear, and then obstructions to too busy of a mind. So getting to a quiet belly, a quieter mind, a receptive, so that you're just receptive, and then
Yes.
thy will can be done. In other words, so you can surrender to the living life force.
There you
You
go.
can surrender to God and be
Yeah.
guided, and then you don't have to resist or chase. You can just be, and then things are much more pleasant.
Right on.
Ease and grace,
Yes.
simplicity.
Yes, and then you start walking just in the flow of things.
Yeah, you turn left when you need to turn left.
Yeah, and it's instinctive.
Intuitive,
turning left,
instinctive.
yeah.
And the
Yeah.
raw foods and the cleansing of your body allows you to be a vehicle for just that higher intuition, that higher intelligence, to be receptive to the expanded knowledge that goes beyond your programs,
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
education.
Yeah.
You know when to turn
It's
left
amazing.
and when to turn right.
That's right.
Because the inner living light guides you.
Yeah.
And you say, okay, I don't know why I'm turning left, but you say turn left.
And you turn
And
left.
you
And
turn
then all of a
left.
sudden, later on, you're like, well, I turned left because I was supposed to do this and this and this.
Yeah, then you only see later.
Isn't that the
But
truth?
I was talking to Marcus today, and it was and I just said, the old Zen saying, jump, and then the net will appear. Just
Yeah.
keep moving forward. The money will come that you need to eat raw. The right person, the right knowledge, the right book. Just keep on with courage, moving forward with a vision.
Yes.
With a vision for peace and love within yourself, and wholeness. So your skin will fit.
Yeah. Right on. I got to tell you guys, I'm sitting there looking at like, I don't know, 8 or 9 coconuts that have all been drank up over here, just piled up. It's so funny, man, because
Cooler over there full of
yeah,
food.
that's what I was just looking at. Yeah,
fruit.
he's got this giant cooler, fruit on the floor. I walked over tonight at the Ron Living Expo, and on the floor they had all this food on it. And I just walked over, grabbed a habanero pepper, picked it up, brushed it off, and ate it. And it was hot. But I was looking for that heat. I needed it at the moment.
Were you cold?
Yeah,
It was a
little
bit
cold.
chilly today.
Yeah, it was.
I got chilly too. I drank
That's
cold
why I
orange
ate
juice
the
and got
habanero,
cold.
yeah.
And Sophia was rubbing me.
Wow.
And I was just inner chilled. And it
Yeah.
took me a while to warm up the orange juice in my stomach.
We're in Thousand Oaks, California still. if you
At the
guys don't
Raw
know.
Living Expo.
That's right.
We're
That's
glad to
right.
be here. It's a really cool event this year.
Yeah,
I've been
it really is.
overblown with love.
Me too.
I'm
Me
just
too.
like-
And the vibrational aspect, I mean, it's just,
This is a very
Intense.
high vibrational,
Yeah.
high conscious event.
it really is. And I got to tell you guys something else, and I realized this. Between last year's expo and this year's expo, what I realized is I spent $2,000 on books, DVDs, on CDs. I ate, breathed, walked, talked, everything. I was trying to I wanted to live, and I spent $2,000 on all the stuff in my first 2 months being raw so that I could figure out what was going on. And there are so many different things at the Raw and Living Expo, and I was looking like, Dan, you and I were talking at the same time today. Yesterday wasn't the case, but today it was, so we couldn't go to each other's talks. And, it was just a lot. There was like 4 different things going on every hour. And what I realized is that, wow, for $350, you can come here, spend 3 days with people that are actually living what we're talking about. And there's as much, if not more, knowledge in that 3 days that you could soak up. Because what's really cool is the guys at the Raw and Living Expo, right? Yeah, hey, if somebody brings in a tape recorder and wants to tape record your talk, no big deal. No problem, right? We're just like, okay, no worries, So, I mean, it's just like there's so much going on. And I realized, really, there is over $3,000 to $5,000 worth of information here if you were to buy it through DVDs, CDs, and books. And it just blows me away. Y'all should come next year.
You can't do it all. You just can't do it all.
You
and
can't.
There's so many cool things and booths and
Yep.
high consciousness products and high conscious people.
There really is. You guys need to come next year.
It needs
is
to be
what I'm
like
saying.
4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it really does. If you're gonna
It's
soak
like
it all
already
in.
2 days is over, and it's like I'm trying to get over there and talk to this person. and
Yeah, no kidding.
Not enough
Well,
time
you and
to
I have
do
been
it all.
trying to get together and do this for 2 days, and this is the first chance we've had.
So,
well, yeah.
we're pretty popular around here.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, thanks for sharing, man, and just catching up. We're both doing really well, and we hope that you are too.
Yeah, and
And
we're
I'm
just
so glad to
chilling
get you
here.
on
It's really
camera.
good to chill with you.
They
Dan.
love you, man. You've
Well,
changed a lot of people's lives.
We love you, bro.
with your
Thank you.
courage
Thank you.
to press ahead and just do something that makes sense.
Thank you, Dan.
Raw
Yeah.
foods. If that doesn't make sense to you, Sorry.
Nothing will. Yeah,
we don't know what to do for you, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
God bless you. Peace be with you. Thanks, Dave.
Blessings.
Out.